Hello everybody. Welcome you all at Learning is Fun with Prajnaparamita. I am again with you with another important video lesson, and today I am going to discuss about noun clause. Because already you have know what is a clause and what is a phrase, because I have lots of video lesson regarding clause and phrases. And today it's the time to know all about noun clause, its function, and how to recognize a noun clause. In this video lesson, I am going to give you a very shortcut tricks to find out noun clause easily. So stay with me till the end to know all these things very clearly. First, here let's see some examples together. Here, he confessed his guilt. This is a sentence, and here you find confessed, and what confessed, that is his guilt. And if you wish to turn or change this sentence into a complex one, you have to use a subordinate clause, and you have to transform the phrase into a clause. Here, he confessed that he was guilty. Here, that he was guilty, this is a clause, and this is a clause that sits or that is at the position of the object. That is, here he is the subject, confessed is verb, and you find this subordinate clause at the position of the object of this verb confessed. So see next example. Here, I expect to get a prize. Here also you find to get a prize, this is a noun phrase, because if you ask the verb what expect, that is to get a prize, if you found that expect is a verb and to get is the object of this verb expect, so it is a noun phrase. And if you wish to change this clause phrase into a clause, you have to use I expect that I shall get a prize. Here, I shall get a prize, this is a clause again. This is a subordinate clause, and I expect, this is a main clause or principal clause. So here, in all these examples, one thing is clear, that the clause you find, it plays the role of an object. So here verb expect, and the object is that I shall get a prize. So you find that the clause here plays the role of an object to a verb. So let's see what is the clause is. These clauses are called noun clause because a noun clause is a group of words which contain subject and predicate of its own. This is the general thing for any kind of clause, because in a clause you definitely find the subject and the predicate part. And when we are talking about noun clause functions as noun in a sentence. You all know the noun because noun is the name of, noun denotes the name of something, and a noun can be a subject and can be an object or can be a complement. So when we are talking about noun clause functions as noun. That means the noun clause can be the subject, can be the object, complement, appositive, or the prepositional complement. So when we are talking about noun clause may function either of a subject, object, complement, appositive, or the prepositional complement. These are the common thing. So let's see the example again. Here, it was thought that the ceasefire still held. In this sentence, you find it was thought, this is a principal clause, and here you find subject and verb, and that the ceasefire still held. Here you find the subordinate clause is at the position of the object, the verb, thought. So this is definitely a noun clause because it performs the role of an object to this whole sentence. So here now I am going to tell you this function and show you how the noun clause plays the role of a subject. So let's see the examples again. Here now what he said was true. In this sentence, you find what he said. This is a subordinate clause, and was is the main verb, and the subject is a subordinate clause placed at the position of the subject. So it is a noun clause because this noun clause or this subordinate clause plays the role of a subject, and subject definitely a subject can be a noun or pronoun. So you can definitely say that if a clause is at the position of the subject of that sentence, it definitely a noun clause because here you find whole subordinate clause is at the position of subject, and was is a verb, and true is the complement. Next example for you. When shall I return is uncertain. Here also, when shall I return, this is a subordinate clause, and this subordinate clause placed at the position of the subject because is the main verb is uncertain. This is the principal part of the sentence where is the main verb, and the whole thing is that this is the subject to this verb is. So this is a subordinate clause, and this subordinate clause plays the role of one subject, so it is definitely a noun clause. Next, noun clause can be the object of a transitive verb because I have told you when it is a noun, noun can be a subject, can be an object also. So here you see the same function of the noun clause. When it is a noun clause, it can be the object of a transitive verb. And now let's see the examples. Here, he says that he won't go. In these examples, you find he says, he is a subject and says is a verb, and that he won't go. This part of the sentence, actually, this is the subordinate clause. This subordinate clause plays the role or is in the role of the object to the verb say. So it is definitely a noun clause because it is at the position of the object and object to the verb, that is says. Next, see another example. She denied that she had written the letter. Here also she denied. This is a principal clause. You find denied and that she had written the letter. The subordinate clause is at the position of the object to the verb denied. So it is definitely a noun clause. So when it is a noun clause can be the object of a transitive verb. So here another functions of a noun clause I am going to tell you, that is object of a preposition. When we are talking about object of a preposition, if a subordinate clause functions as an object of a preposition, we definitely called it as a noun clause. So let's see the example again. Here, there is no meaning in what you say. Here, in, this is a preposition, and what you say, this subordinate clause is actually the object of the preposition in. So, it is definitely a noun clause. Next example for you. Here, pay careful attention. This is a principal clause. To is a preposition, and to what? If you ask, pay attention, careful attention to what? The answer should be what I am going to say. The answer is that what I am going to say. If you asked this question to this preposition to what I am going to say, this is the object to the preposition. The whole subordinate clause plays the role of an object of this preposition to. So it is definitely a noun clause. Next, noun clause can be apposition to a noun or pronoun. What is an apposition? Apposition means to add extra information. Now let's see the example and it would be clear to you. That is, here, your statement that you found the money in the street will not be believed. Here you find your statement, this is a noun phrase, and that you found the money in the street, this is an extra information, and this extra information is served with the help of the subordinate clause that you found the money in the street will not be believable. So here you add an extra information about the noun phrase. Better you say, here you find this is a noun phrase. So this is an example of apposition to a noun. You can say that apposition to a noun phrase. If you watch my video lesson about phrase, you may find that what is a noun phrase. So here it is a noun phrase. Those who didn't watch it yet, please do watch. I will provide the link in the description box below. So let's see another example. Here, his belief that someday he would succeed. Here, his belief, we just add another information, that is, that someday he would succeed. This is another extra information. This is an apposition to this noun phrase, his belief, cheered him through many disappointments. So this is an example of the noun phrase, noun clause, which is at the position of which serves as an apposition to the noun phrase his belief. So next, complement of an incomplete predication. This is another important thing. So here, noun clause can be a complement to a verb also. Here, my belief is that he will not come. Here you find what is my belief? That he will not come. This is a compliment, because these things that he will not come actually is a statement, or actually the information, or actually says about the subject, that is my belief, and this is a verb is. So this is an incomplete predication where you do not find any object, it is an predicate. Those who really wants to know about predicate, please do watch my video lesson regarding predicate. I will provide the link in the description box below. So here, when it is complement, the subordinate clause performs a role of a complement, it must be a noun clause, because noun must be a complement. So here also, like is what we make it. Here in this example also, what we make it, this is a subordinate clause, and this is the subordinate clause is extra statement about the subject, that is life. So it is a complement, and this a complement to this verb is also. So here now we can use noun clause after intransitive verb also. So let's see the example. The child afraid that he would fall down. Here, this is an example of a sentence where we find intransitive verb, and there is after intransitive verb we find the noun clause, that he would fall down. Here, the point is that there is a missing something. We missed an preposition, because when we are using this noun clause, we there is a preposition omits there, that is afraid of. Afraid of that he would fall down. So this noun clause plays the role of an object to that missing preposition. So here this is plays the roles of an object of an intransitive verb. So hence it is definitely a noun clause. Next example for you. Here they felt sorry that they lost the match. Here also they felt sorry for that they lost the match. Here you find they felt sorry for, the missing preposition is for and which is omitted here, and the rest of the clause that they lost the match, this is the clause, subordinate clause. This is actually an object to that missing preposition for. So this is again an example of a noun clause. Now, how to understand a noun clause? Now, this is the time to share the shortcut method. That is, noun clause can replace any noun in a sentence. Definitely, when we are talking about noun clause, it can capable of replacing any noun. Noun means the noun can be in a sentence. You find the subject, object, complement. All these are can be a noun or a pronoun. So when we are going to use a subordinate clause at the position of a subject, object or complement, definitely it is a noun clause. This is a very shortcut. You just look at the sentence and find out where this clause is, where is that subordinate clause is situated. Is it a subject, is it an object, or is it a complement or an object to a preposition? If you find that any clause is the subject, any clause, subordinate clause becomes the object for that sentence, you must be sure that that is a noun clause definitely. So here the examples for you. No one knows why she is afraid of lizard. Here you find this knows the verb and the noun clause replace these the object of that for that sentence. That is why she is afraid of lizard. And next clue or next trick for you, that is, noun clauses are the modifier and placeholder. That means in a sentence, as I have told you, they actually, when you are talking about noun clause, just watch or just identify the place of the clause in a sentence. Is it a subject? Is it an object? Or you may ask the verb, the question with the help of who or what. If who or what, you get the answer of the question who or what, definitely that is a noun clause. The clause when you are asking a question, because here you find what or when she will arrive is depend on traffic. If you question this sentence, what depend on traffic, that answer should be when she will arrive. This is the answer. So if you question the sentence with the help of who or what, your answer should be definitely a noun clause. So these are the shortcut tricks for you, and you can easily understand if you go through this, or if you understand these shortcut tricks, you definitely understand and clearly understand about noun clause. Hope you like this video lesson. If you have any queries regarding English clause, please do watch the video lesson regarding clause and clause versus phrase. I will provide the link in the description box below. So no more today. Thank you for listening and bye bye.